Всем большой привет, Эйприл на связи. Играем Face Noir. В прошлой серии для нас все это закончилось, вся эта ситуация очень плачевно. Видите, мы где-то на каком-то складе связанные, и нам нужно выбираться отсюда, естественно. Так, что он нам скажет?
There are some controls in here.
Что?
That spinning wheel should be good enough to cut the tape that's keeping my hands tied. Good. I managed to cut the tape that was tying my hands. Now I just have to figure out how to get out of here.
Oh.
Dannazione. My nose. It started to bleed again. If I don't want to pass out like a little girl, I better fix my nose as soon as possible.
Пойдемте там посмотрим в этой коробке.
The gun isn't there. At least they left the most important thing. A drop of rye was just what I needed. It helped with my aching nose. But I still have to try to fix myself up as soon as possible. I won't get too far in this condition.
Ну да. Берем.
Given the situation, I don't think that
Платок?
Greta will be offended if I use her handkerchief to stop the bleeding. First, I need to disinfect it and find a way to keep it on my nose.
Да, давайте
Jean's rye would
продезинфицируем.
work perfectly as a disinfectant. It's Greta's
Ну,
It's Greta's handkerchief. I can't spend all my time holding a handkerchief on my nose. I have to find a way to keep it on my nose. Tape will be perfect to keep the bandage on my nose. Yes, that should work now. Now it's better, but I doubt that the bandage will hold for long. I must get out of here as soon as possible.
ну хорошо, по крайней мере.
Hey, is anybody there?
Hey, investigator! You in here?
John, is that you?
Джон,
Who
ура!
you want? Certainly, I torn.
How the hell did you get here?
I look for you in Ellis Island, but you disappear. So I go back to your friend in club.
You went to see Greta?
Yes, your friend with the wet hairs. But when I get to joint, I see her and girl get in car with same guy I see in port.
Dannazione. They already got them.
I decide to follow the car here, but they stay no long. Man from the port met a woman and two guys. They talked something about ferry that was waiting, and they left.
Do you know where they went?
I don't know. They left half an hour ago.
Where are we?
Oh, but you in my town. Chinatown!
Отлично. Ну да.
Can you find a way to get me out of here?
No, only entrance is this shutter. I can no open.
Can you find...
No.
I'm going to go back to figuring out a way to get out of here.
Okay.
I'm sure that whoever set up this distillery also put in an emergency exit, just in case the police came.
Да, давайте посмотрим. Цистерны.
It's the distillation system. Sooner or later, I'll buy one for my office. It's the I don't think it's the right time to get into manufacturing illegal booze.
Что там?
Pretty strange thing to find in an illegal distillery.
Погодите, это вот это, да?
Pretty strange thing.
Ну, так, кажется. Вот что-то типа такого. Господи, я чихнула опять. Так, дальше здесь прямая и две такие как бы ножки. Нет, вот так вот, смотрите. Нет? Наверное, вот эту тоже надо. Нет? Интересно. Может быть, вот это так поставить? Эту нельзя двигать. Слушайте, ну вроде бы все. Ну, либо, да, вот это еще соединено с другой стороной. Нет? Вот, отлично.
I was sure that there was some kind of a secret passage in here.
Замечательно. Еще одна панель.
Part of this panel is burned. The humidity must have caused a short circuit. Of the many advices my mother gave me when I was little, I definitely remember the one in which she told me never to put my fingers in a socket. I think I'll continue to follow that advice. The dark green color of that water makes me think that it isn't drinkable.
Это что такое?
Rusted hooks and ropes that have seen better days. Barrels full of bitumen that is now solidified, probably left here for some old repairs.
Ну, у нас единственный путь, походу.
It's so dark in here I can't even see the back of my hand.
Ладно.
Welcome on board, ladies and gentlemen. The panoramic tour of the sewers of New York is about to start.
Пойдемте сюда сначала. Ну, пойдем по трубе.
It looks like the piping starts from here. No.
Окей. Так, ладно. Вернемся. Давайте туда по трубе тогда пойдем. Сюда, значит. Ой, подожди. Ага. Господи, как далеко. Куда идем мы с пятачком?
Fantastic. I wander around the sewers of New York only to find out that the only way to get out of here is a staircase that is impossible to reach. It looks like some sort of floating bridge. One of the barrels that makes it float seems to have come undone. Pretty hard to use a floating bridge when you don't have anything to let it float on. Moreover, one of the barrels is unhooked. It's the gauge that tells you the pressure inside the pipe, and now it's a little above the norm. It doesn't make it. Collection Basin 28. According to what's written here, this basin is used to collect excess rainwater. If the pressure in the pipes becomes too high, then the water is deviated into this basin.
Ну, поняли, да? Нам нужно включить еще... Короче, нам нужно, да, включить еще вентили. Я, правда, не помню, сколько их. И как далеко они находятся. О,
It
отлично.
looks like the...
Да, давайте. Все, вода пошла. Но вы видели, там еще одна труба есть. Наверное, по ней нужно тоже сходить и посмотреть, что там. Так, сюда. Да, нам нужно сюда сходить. Две трубы соединились вместе, как бы, но на самом деле, естественно, только я не помню, куда конкретно, какая из них. Слушайте, пойдемте туда, ладно. Но если это не та, ничего страшного.
It...
Кажется, что все правильно. Давайте пойдем обратно тогда. И посмотрим, наполнилось ли то пространство водой, чтобы мы могли перебраться на противоположную сторону. Да, сейчас на выход. О, отлично.
Pretty hard to use a... Pretty hard to use... Pretty hard to use...
Подожди, что у нас бочки, что ли, нет? То есть мне нужно идти обратно, что ли?
Knowing that wastewater from the apartments is running through these pipes doesn't make me too happy to be under here. Knowing that waste... Considering what's inside the... Pretty hard to use...
И у нас тут бочки никакой нет тоже, но вплавь он не может, он боится воды. О, боже, пойдемте обратно. Долгий путь. Обратно. Вроде бы изначально он не хотел никакую бочку брать. Посмотрим, что он сейчас скажет. Подожди, это мы не прошли случайно наш выход? Подожди. А, нет. Хорошо, идем. Я уже просто забыла, на каком моменте он был. Так, ага. Да, вот сюда. Возьмем бочку с собой тогда.
I don't need it. Barrels full of bitumen that is now solid.
Что здесь?
Rusted hooks and...
Нам придется
I'll
взять.
take one of the ropes. I took a couple. They could come in handy. No.
Подожди, а что тогда? Тебе же нужна была бочка. Что ж ты ее не берешь? Не знаю.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Там вроде бы ничего получается.
I don't think it's the right time to... It's the dis... Illegal booze. The end of Prohibition convinced all the mob bosses to switch to other types of business. Much worse than booze. This barrel is too heavy to move.
Мне опять нужно
No clue.
дырку сделать.
No clue. No, it doesn't make it. I don't see how.
Подожди, как сделать дырку?
No.
Здесь вроде бы нету никаких.
It's almost dawn. I have to. I don't see any. It's a steam engine. This steel. I don't see.
Угу. Слушайте, ну... Давайте еще раз попробуем, но тогда придется опять идти туда.
I don't need any bitumen now. Barrels full of bitumen that is now solidified, probably left here for some old repairs. I don't see how. No clue. At least.
Да, я тоже не понимаю. Ладно, пойдемте. Но если мы вернемся и опять будет непонятно, что делать, тогда я не знаю. Пробеги туда-сюда. Вот, наверное, единственный момент, который мне не очень нравится в этой игре, так это отсутствие карты. Так, теперь можно с этим что-то сделать?
Yes, I think the rope is long enough to attach the barrel to the bridge. It seems to work. I even have part of the rope left.
Ну,
It
ладно,
should work.
давай. Все отлично. Вышел такой невозмутимо.
Wow. You able to get out? You like magician that disappear from stage and then we appear behind you.
Right. When this is all over, I'll try to find a job with the circus.
What you want to do now?
Смотреть на него.
You don't think I better call police?
Given how things are unfolding, I'd say that the police wouldn't help much.
Слушай, бедный, а?
Where's your cab?
Cab parked 2 blocks from here. I was afraid the man from Port would recognize it, so hid an alley.
That's the first good idea today.
I always full of good idea.
Sure. Do you know where the car with the girl is headed?
No, when I arrive, I hear only that man from Port and woman talk about ferry today.
A ferry. Maybe I know where the car with the girl is headed.
Where?
Так, аэропорт.
It doesn't make any sense. While I was being used as a punching bag, I heard Victoria say something about a plane she had to catch. They definitely won't be leaving from the main airport. No matter how many connections they have in New York, a girl can't get on board without someone asking questions. So they must have picked a much more discreet airport. And I'm sure that the ferry that you heard them talking about is the same one I found the ad for in Victoria's office. So they're headed to Glen Cove.
Wow, you good as investigator.
Not good enough. Even if I know that they're going to Glen Cove, I don't have any idea which airport they went to. If I only had a map.
I have map.
You have a map with you?
Certainly, I drive cab. Without map, I don't get nowhere.
John, I'm starting to think that you're not as useless as I thought.
You always have something nice to say, huh?
Да, из них получилась бы неплохая команда.
Give me the map.
Here.
I don't see anything here. I don't see any.
Подожди.
MacArthur Airport. There aren't any other airports for miles. This is definitely where they're headed. If I take the Northern Boulevard, I should get there in less than 2 hours. Considering the time it takes with the ferry, they must still be traveling. John.
You know where girl is?
Maybe, but I need you to do me a favor.
I think this me not like.
I need you to call a certain Violetta Moore and ask him to go to the museum in Central Park.
We no get girl and friend?
Yes, but I'll go alone.
And how you plan to go?
With your cab.
You want me? Give my cab to you?
Yes, you can't come where I have to go. You'd only get in my way.
Not a question. I no give you cab.
If I have to, I'll take it by force, so stop jabbering.
Damn it, this is unfair. You have me arrested today. Kidnapped girl, got mixed up in this story, and now you want cab? This is absolutely not fair.
Tomorrow morning, if everything goes well, you'll find it parked on the Lower East Side.
And if not go where?
I'll be dead, and one of the advantages of being dead is not having to apologize to upset cab drivers for their destroyed cabs.
Ah, okay. You take cab, but promise to be careful. Cab only thing I have.
Relax, I'll treat it like it were mine.
I not feel better.
Remember to call Violetta Moore. His number's in the book.
Violetta Moore, Central Park Museum. I remember everything.
Good. It's time to go stop an airplane. The dawn lights up the hills of Glen Cove, while the cab is swallowed up by the shadows of the sequoias that surround the highway. After a mile of twists and turns, a blue sign tells me that I'm close. I leave the cab a quarter of a mile from the airport, hidden among the trees, and go the rest of the way by foot, for safety's sake. Marzetti, I'm coming to even up the score.
Оскар опять.
Oscar. Have you seen Diaz? If you see her, don't let on that you've seen me. I plan on having a chat with our guest, and I don't want Diaz underfoot. While I entertain myself with the pretty redhead, you stay here and be on call. If you see someone, you know what to do.
A redhead. He was definitely talking about Greta, so they brought her here, too. I have to find a way into the airport, but so long as that ogre Oscar is there, I don't think it'll be easy.
Ох, да, но это уже будет нашей финальной серии, вот следующая. Ой. Слушайте, ну, да. Мы же все-таки подобрались почти к самому завершению этой истории. И да, продолжим в следующий раз. В следующий раз. Вам я говорю большое спасибо за просмотр. Надеюсь, вам нравится. С вами мы встретимся уже в следующей, я думаю, финальной серии, если все пойдет гладко. Посмотрим. Да. Значит, встретимся в следующей серии. И до скорого.